It is so hard for me to not compare myself sometimes. I'm going to Japan! Question mark, become a full-time content creator. Really hoping my channel to maybe lean towards like cozy lifestyle. I'm just this. And I'm coming to terms with like being just this is okay. I'm so thirsty. Hello everyone, it has been quite a while. I know, I'm sorry, very sorry. But I will say we have 3 months left of 2024 and I'm trying to make some changes, and one of the biggest changes is that I want to come back to YouTube. So I thought it would be fun to just do a little cozy catch up. So I would say this might be a little bit of a long one. You might want to grab something to drink, maybe something to snack on. So yeah, let's get started. We're gonna talk about some life updates. I feel like this past year, maybe even 2 years, it's been very sporadic with me posting, and I know, and I'm very, very sorry. Obviously, the biggest thing is that I graduated in May of 2023. That was a very pivotal point of my life. I am a first-gen graduate of college, and my degree is a Bachelor of Arts, and my specificity is video game development. So I am a gamer. I'm a gamer girl. Yeah, but in the most professional way that I can think of. I'm very proud of myself. Even though I love college and I love learning, those last 2 years of my life were a very pivotal point for me, and I was dealing with a lot. I remember literally talking about my senior year. I was like, okay, like, yeah, I'm gonna become like my dream college YouTuber. Like, no one is talking about video game development when they're in college. Like, I can do it. But I didn't. I was working a lot at my job, and then trying to do all of the classes, which were like 6 that fall semester, to make sure I graduated on time. Stressing from like getting all my work done, my finals done. I was stressing from graduating. I was stressing trying to take a break after graduating, even though I went to Disney World for like an early birthday present, and then me and my boyfriend's anniversary. And then I moved in November of last year, and that was a very stressful time. I was dealing with a lot with my home life, and I just really was just like not doing that great. I lost my therapist that I've had for 4 years at college, so I will say it was a lot. I won't lie. I also have left my old job. I work at a new job now. I won't say that I don't stress out. I do. I deal with stress and I worry a lot, and I wish I didn't. I'm trying to work on that though. Something I've really been trying to remember is that everyone is on their own journey, and I have to remember that, because it is so hard for me to not compare myself sometimes to people that are post-grad now, like living their lives and living it up. But just because they're doing that, that doesn't mean that like my life is worth less, if that makes sense. I try very hard to not be negative, but I also am really negative and hard on myself. I just have all these expectations that I've had honestly since growing up to now, of like me needing to like be this person. I've met all these. I always felt like, okay, once I graduate, like I'll be fine and like a lot stress free. And then I'm like, actually no, you're still really stressed out. And then I'm like, okay, well maybe if I take like a 2-week break from my job and go enjoy Disney World, like I'll feel a lot better. No, you were still very much stressed out. I'm like, okay, well maybe it'll just take a couple of months after like graduation, where everyone says there's like a post-grad crisis. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna have that. Actually, I just switched my lights, so I'm hoping that it looks kind of like moody and cool and stuff. I've started to learn I cannot think that way. I always think once I achieve this goal, like things are gonna be fine. Like my stress evaporated from my mind. I'm not gonna have so much anxiousness. I'm not gonna have so much worry. But then when I reach that goal, like it doesn't change, you know? And that feeling sucks. I'm now starting to like dig deep into like myself and figuring out like why that's happening, and how can I change my perspective. I just sometimes, even though like I have support from family and friends and loved ones, I still very much feel like my own cheerleader when it comes to life and dealing with things. So it's a lot for me to take on. I've always felt like I've had to grow up really fast and do all these adult things, and I don't like it. So it's hard to remember that like I can take a moment and realize like, yeah, what you're going through is hard, but please remember that your goals and dreams are achievable and that people are there for you. Like, you are there for yourself. Like, keep going, keep pushing. Like, don't let this little blimp or this little stress load like bother you. Like, you could do it. The dream goal obviously is to work for Square Enix or PlayStation to some capacity, and maybe work on like the third Final Fantasy VII remake that they're doing, or Kingdom Hearts 4. I know that's a big stretch. Don't roll your eyes. Don't come for me. I know it's a big stretch, but it's a dream. And maybe that's possible, maybe it's not. Maybe I can work in the capacity of those games by doing content creation for them. That would be like amazing, but in some way that's my goal. Other than that, me and my boyfriend are doing really great. As you guys know, I kind of keep him pretty private. We both really enjoy this apartment, and I'm very happy that we were able to find like a new home, and everything's kind of slowly but surely coming together. Okay, next we're gonna talk about travel. So the biggest thing is I'm going to Japan. Yay! I'm going to Japan this fall with my partner, and I'm literally so excited. Going to Japan is one of the major places I've always wanted to travel to since, honestly, probably high school when I started to learn Japanese. I am so excited, like, and we're so close, like we're so close to going to Japan. We're obviously going to the major places like Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, but we would really like to obviously see like cute little towns or like local areas that are not always big city, to see if we can find just like really like nice areas to travel to. And we're going during the fall time, which I heard is like the best time to go to Japan. So we're so excited. I literally can't stop smiling when I think about Japan because it's literally so close. And I got my passport in the mail. I've never had a passport before because I've never gotten the opportunity to travel internationally. So we're going to Japan. We're going to Japan very, very soon. I have my passport, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I have 6 collections on TikTok specifically for Japan. So I have places to eat, places to shop, things to buy, because those are 2 different things. Things to shop are just like areas to shop around. Things specifically that I'm looking for, that is separate. Vegan eats, because my boyfriend is vegan. I've heard like Japan is very like vegan friendly, you can substitute a lot of things, but we just wanted to make sure there is like some good shops where we're at. And then things to do, travel tips, and then Japanese hotels. All of them are basically full to the brim, and I need to take all of those collections that I've made. I still feel like I haven't researched enough about like what I could be what I could be doing in Japan, or what to buy, or all that stuff. Like, but I will take all that stuff that I've compiled in those collections and like put it in a Notion template or put it in Google Doc for us, just so we know things instead of having to like scroll on TikTok every time. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to go to the Square Enix Cafe. I'm so excited to go to Tokyo Disneyland, Disney Sea, 𝜗𝜗, Takashi Dodori Street, Asakusa, like all these major, beautiful, amazing places. I'm so excited. I'm excited to do a Ginza. I'm excited to go to Shibuya. I'm excited to try matcha. See, I've never been a matcha drinker ever, but I tried the intense matcha Kit Kats around like a month and a half to 2 months ago, and they're really good. I like the matcha flavor. So I'm hoping that I fall in love with matcha and I can drink like all the matcha in the entire world. And then always when I travel, I love to get a signature perfume specifically from that place because it just allows a lot of memories for me. That is like my keepsake. I'm going to Japan. I'm literally going to Japan and I'm literally so excited. I'm so excited. I have no idea what else we should do there. I obviously want to go to like all the Ghibli stores. I hope to find Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy stuff. I hope to find cute accessories like hairbands and clips and cutesy stuff. Probably not clothes because I know a lot of people are not plus size there, which is totally fine. I've heard there are some stores there that are plus size. Perfumeries, definitely. I want a perfume so bad. Maybe some cute jewelry, some nice like eye glitter stuff, like makeup stuff. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. Like, it doesn't even seem real that this is happening, and like this wasn't gonna happen. Like literally not even, I don't know, like 2 months ago almost, that I found out that me and my boyfriend were going. He surprised me. I have a Notion and I've actually learned how to use Notion, which is really nice. And I have this dreams for future self. And right now, one was like hit 100K on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. I think 50K definitely by the end of the year, but you never know. That's a dream. It doesn't have to be accomplished this year. But then I said travel to Japan with my partner, and I did that. I think I wrote this out, I think it was in March of this year, and then I was like, we're literally going this fall now. I still said like I still want to find like happiness, especially during hard times. My first 1,000 followers on Twitch, believe in myself more and take risk, and then question mark become a full-time content creator. Still working on that. I'm not sure if that's like if that's the goal. It could be. It'd be fun if it was. But yeah, like it's just crazy like how things are changing and that I'm able to like do this. And I don't know, I just feel very thankful. It's very hard sometimes to remember the good things when you're going through a lot of hard things, but I'm trying very hard lately to give myself a lot of credit because I've done a lot of stuff I didn't think I was ever going to be able to do. So I should be proud of myself, which I am. If any of you have been to Japan and have any recommendations, I would love to hear them. So next is like mental health and content creation. I am someone that's trying to learn to not worry and overthink so much. We recently saw Inside Out 2 like a month and a half ago. Relate very much to anxiety. Like that is me. I'm very much someone that can overthink, and I am also someone that will think of like a lot of the scenarios or worry so much so she's thinking about scenarios in her head constantly, trying to think out like the bad situations so that she can prepare herself. That's not healthy, and that's literally what happens in Inside Out 2 when Riley is having like a panic attack because the emotion anxiety is like literally having a panic attack in Riley's brain because she's trying to think out all of these scenarios for Riley so that she doesn't have to deal with like any sadness or like any embarrassment or anything, and she just spirals and the anxiety is crying, and anxiety's like, I don't want her to get hurt, like I was just trying to protect her. And I'm like in the theater sobbing, and I'm like, I'm trying so hard to not do that anymore because I know how unhealthy it is. I sometimes feel like I deal with burnout or I'm in burnout. I definitely think probably when I graduated college, like I was definitely burnt out, but I never felt like I took the time to just relax or just like, I don't know, go get professional help or just, I don't know. I just feel like any of the time that I took to rest, like it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. It sucks, and I hate that I felt that way. I hate that I kind of still feel that way. There are some times where I have so much energy and I have like all these amazing ideas and I'm feeling really good about my content or just life in general, and then it can just automatically like crash and burn and I feel awful and nothing's working, and it's hard for me to just like pull myself out of that. And I think that's why I've just been sporadic, not only on YouTube, but just like Instagram and TikTok and my social media, like in general, I don't like talking about a lot of my mental health stuff that goes on, and it will never be like a central part, like channel my identity, but I just do struggle a lot with like feeling like I have to be the strongest and the biggest, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I just want to be myself, who's someone that's still pretty reserved, that's pretty shy, but is also like can be very happy and just like enjoys like cute things and is quiet, but also like comes to life when we talk about like Final Fantasy and like 𝜗𝜗 and 𝜗𝜗socials𝜗𝜗, like princess dresses and like cute and cozy things. Like that's me, and I think I've been pushing myself into a bubble for a long time to be a certain way when I can just be me, but I'm also trying to figure out who I am now, and I'm still figuring that out. Like for the longest time, like I was someone in school, and then I was someone in college, and now I'm just this, and I'm coming to terms with like being just this is okay. It's hard to not feel like I need purpose in my life, like I need to have this giant goal to reach towards. Like why do I need that? Why can't I just be where I am now, you know? And I'm trying really hard to remember that. I think the mental health thing and the content creation thing definitely go like toe to toe, because when it comes to like content creation, I do have very supportive friends and loved ones, but I feel that I am my own cheerleader, if that makes sense. Like I am the one to make the content, the film, the editing, negotiate contracts with the brands, like all these big things, like come up with content ideas, scheduling. And I'm not saying that that's like harder than a normal job. It's different, and I think it can be a lot of work. So like you're basically running your own brand, and if you want to treat this not like just as a hobby, but like as something that could possibly be a job, it's a lot of work. And what I was doing the content creation thing and trying to work on top of my old job and then on top of school, like that, there was no way that was gonna happen, at least for me. I felt like I was kind of my own support system at the end of the day, because I had to be the one to do it, and there were times where I really just had to focus on other things, and that's okay. I try to give myself the grace and apologize to my past self from like how hard I was on myself, and I hated how hard that I was on myself, because I was doing a lot. I was doing a lot, and I was doing a lot and dealing with a lot, and I was having such a hard time trying to figure out why like I couldn't make friends, or why I had to like stay up so late, why I had to work so much, why couldn't I have just like had the money to like live on campus and not have to worry about a job, like all these whys, but that just wasn't my life. And it's fine, because it led me to other opportunities, but I try to allow myself to feel those like emotions, whether it's like anger or sadness or happiness or whatever, when it comes to stuff like this. I do also think that it's hard to not compare myself, in the sense of like I could have been doing so much more, doing so much more when it comes to content creation, and there's so many people that I follow that I admire so much that are doing these amazing things, but it's so fun to like go back on their social media when they've just started, because they were just like me, doing this, and then they like blossomed, and I do think I am blossoming, and I'm hoping to continue to blossom into the person that I am, but like times 10. I learned how to use Notion that's actually useful to me. I did make it a little aesthetic, but it's not like, that's not the main part. The main thing I'm using in my Notion is my calendar, and then my wish list for everything. But my calendar literally helped me visualize everything that I'm wanting to post. I went through this thing where I was like, okay, so I obviously used to do kawaii fashion, and then I got into like princessy fashion, and then I got into like college stuff, and then I'm still in like princess fashion stuff, and I was just realizing I'm like, I don't want to just be known for stuff in like my princess dresses and like only fashion things. Like I'm so much more than that. I really been trying to like get back into like healing my inner child and doing things that made me happy. Like literally still princess dresses I think is definitely dressing up like that is healing my inner child, but like watching like old films I used to watch as a kid that like bring me a lot of comfort. And I've started coloring. I have one book that I got from an artist called Bobby Goods. She had one on Amazon that teaches you like how to draw cute things, and then she has a couple coloring pages in it. But I got her official coloring book, and that's coming on Tuesday, which will be really fun to have. Coloring has been like really therapeutic, and then getting back to reading, I got a lot of books for my birthday, and then I bought some more books this past summer, so I really want to get back into reading. I feel more intellectual when I'm reading, and just like I miss that aspect of college. I don't miss assignments, I don't miss deadlines, I don't miss group work, I don't miss working on huge projects or anything like that, but I miss being in a classroom taking notes and learning something new. I have 4 social medias. I have Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and then Twitch. On Instagram and TikTok, I made the goal, which hasn't always been consistent, but I'm trying. I want to post 3 times a week, cross-posting, and maybe sometimes different things. So that's like posting the same things and maybe some different things. So cross-posting Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And then I want YouTube, the goal for YouTube is once a week, or at least every other week. I want to go for once a week. I think it's also because I've learned that I need to stop being so hard on myself. Like every video that I make doesn't need to be this like well executed, edited Miyazaki like a level video. It can be sit down chatty videos like this. It could be like cozy decorating videos. It could be a cozy hobby video. It could be a gaming video. It could be like a week in my life. It could be a day in my life. Like it can be stuff like that. And I'm really hoping my channel to maybe lean towards like cozy lifestyle, and that just like is all encompassing, whether that's baking or cooking or decorating or hobbies or just my life in general. I'm really trying hard to be in that soft life. I always thought my aesthetic was pretty cutesy and cozy anyway, so I've really been leaning into that, and I've really been enjoying it. I don't know when I'm gonna get back to Twitch. I want to so bad, because gaming is a huge part of me. This September, it's September 1st when I'm filming this, but I would like my aesthetic to like be that cozy lifestyle, which could still include fashion and hobby and games, and just my life. All that yapping to basically say is that I really want to nurture my channels, and I want to continue to grow my audience and to truly see what I can do if I just believe in myself. I can have the life that I desire, but I have to try. I have to do it. So I'm going to try to do it. So I've written something for myself. I said these next 3 to 4 months I want to be solely based on my dreams and goals, and I want to enjoy the ride and have you guys with me. Yeah, so once again, I'm so sorry for being gone / sporadic posting for so long, but I'm making the commitment to show up here, and also show up here for you guys, and also show up for myself. It's a new month, it's September 1st, and I'm going to achieve my dreams, big and small. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you next week. Bye.